Morning and a very, very happy Sunday morning to each one of you souls present here. I welcome all 50 of you on this Sunday morning, the second Sunday of our starting. Welcome to your day 13 of the Life Transformation series by 112 for Life. Today is day 13, and you just are inching closer and closer to finding yourself. And thank you so much, everyone, for sharing how you felt with the mirror work. A handful of you told me, not all, but I loved seeing your little doodles, your drawings of your past, and more than that, your deep reflections. So I think it's very, very important that all of us share what we went through on day 8 with mirror work, because it's very, very important that we grow as people. So once again, we'll share that. But before that, without further delay, let's have our peak state programming. Let's run in the morning, energize ourselves, and then take the conversation forward. So Ritesh sir, thank you for joining us again this very morning with this beautiful piano music. Love the staccato, and let's just run. So everyone brace up, stand tall, bend yourself, hands in the front, and we run. Yes, yes, we're the winners. Left leg at the front, right in the back, hands in the front, and we run the last leg. Yes, do it. More. Yes, we are the winners. Wonderful run. Wonderful. So Preeti is saying, I talk to my inner child from all those things I remember in childhood that hurts and pamper myself. One thing to ask is that we talk to our inner child is talk to our inner soul. Yes, that's how beautiful it is. So fantastic. So Neha, when you put your water in the copper vessel, it gets minerals. It acquires minerals from the metal, which are important for your life, for your body. But if you actually heat them up, you're distorting them. So if it's too cold right now, don't have from the lukewarm, don't have from the vessel. So what I do is, I just have a couple of sips in the morning. Not you can't have a full glass. But I start my day with just having that water, and then I move on to my lukewarm water. So see what works with you. You don't have to start the lukewarm water now. Maybe you can start it later. The idea is RO water, which treats our water that we drink, it depletes it from the important minerals and vitamins. And we're trying to add them back by structuring our water, by giving it either copper vessel growth, or we're giving it fruits and vegetables, which are adding minerals and vitamins to it. Very simple science, nothing complicated, but we're just making our body completely efficient by itself. So great. All right. So today, very, very important thing that I'm going to speak to you all about the power fact in the morning, which is, I think, the right day to talk about it, being a Sunday. So I'm not sure how many of you had late nights, but the entire idea behind today's chapter is avoiding late night binging meals and late night exercising. So I know a few of you say that we can't make our time in the day and exercise at night. So, nah, not happening. Any time in the day is a good time. Any time in the night is bad because it's not good for your sleep. It's detrimental for your sleep. So it's very, very important to realize that we cannot. Late night exercises disrupt our sleep. Late night exercises lead us to have a little more energy. So if you need to fix it programming, even if you're yawning, it finishes, right? Because you've come into a state of, you know, you're kind of boosted. Your energy is up. So if you have a gush of energy, how do you expect to sleep after that? So because it'll stimulate your body, your temperature rises. Like we know, we are all of us are panting, right? We're feeling the heat. We want to have a sip of water, but we don't. Let the body cool down. So if you're exercising, it becomes very, very difficult, and your melatonin production will be kind of hampered also. So it's best to avoid eating late. Eating late means if you really have to have a little makhana or have a little fruit, but don't have like a meal. A meal would mean, okay, let me make myself a sandwich. Let me pop some popcorns. Let me have something kept in the fridge. So that becomes a meal. Or let me have aloo ka lacha or some namkeen or some fafda or some chabena, something, some namkeen. Namkeens are absolutely no because they are fried. Very rarely are they roasted. So let's get alert that whatever we're putting in our body is something which is fresh. So if you have to have, like at times when I have to have, I cut myself a nice, tomato. I put hari chutney over it. I put chatka masala, nimbu over it. It becomes tangy to taste, but tomato is easy to digest. So we talked about keeping a gap of 2 hours at least before our main meal and before the time we sleep. At least three is preferred. And we talked about 2 hours of no having blue lights. So this is very important. Similarly goes for exercise. You cannot put yourself in a very high energy zone because then you're cutting down on your good sleep time. And to sleep well, your mind has to be calm. Also, if you've had a late night, it's great to have some kind of a sleep meditation because at least that music will soothe you and will ensure that, okay, you're a little more calmer and ready to sleep. So great. I'm going to read your reflections. I was writing my journal this morning actually. Okay. All right. I know. Pratima is trying to draw, but the real suppressed unhappy. Okay, we'll just talk about this immediately when we're starting our book. Right now, any facts about? Okay, it hampers circadian rhythm also. Yes, Mehek, you're absolutely right. I slept by 12ish and was awake at 2:30. Didn't get sleep after that. It's okay, Ayushi. It's fine. Firstly, whatever we're going through, let's accept it. Let's not judge it. Oh my God, सिर्फ 2.5 घंटे की नींद मिली. Now what? It's okay. Your body is beautiful. When it wants rest, it'll ask you for rest. Yesterday, I was super, super, super tired, and I just felt that during my meetings, during my car travel, all I was doing is sleeping. It's okay. I just slept off. Whenever I wanted, I slept off. So don't judge yourself. Your body will let you know. And if you can sleep, sleep whenever. So obviously, you've got to do your work, but अपने आप body will adjust to whatever time you want. So since the time you start intermittent fasting, you've stopped late night binging. Fantastic, Mehek. That's the advantage because the body tells us automatically that I am on a detox. I'm on intermittent fasting. So if I'm hungry, I'll probably have water. If I'm hungry, I'll probably have green tea. So Luke goes to the next level and says, all this is not allowed. But if you heard Subha Jen, she says this bit is allowed. So let's start simpler version of intermittent fasting and then progress on to the hardcore intermittent fasting. Let's take ourselves very easy. You did your sleep meditation today for I'm awake the whole night, but in meditation I was sleeping. Very good, Shalu. So on YouTube, if you say full night meditation music, there are music which are for 3 hours, 2 hours, 4 hours. Put them next to your ear, like just near your pillow, close by, so nobody else can hear. Only you can hear, and it'll help you sleep. So yes, do that. From last 3 days, I'm not having dinner. Just trying to do 16 hours fasting. Fabulous, Monish. That's really wonderful. But at least I hope you're having some small snack at least. Something is important. Okay. 16 hours means you are having that snack. So great. Any further questions, or shall we start this beautiful book with Louis Hay? Now, when we come to Louis Hay, yesterday I saw a couple of you. You messaged me personally, which I appreciate group messages, but it's okay with beginning. So you messaged me personally. You had major, major breakthroughs. You really howled. You really cried. Some of you, and you thought it was one of the most challenging days because it brought the best in you and brought a lot of hidden emotions in you. So that's okay. How about the others? What happened? Because I did not read many, I did not see many drawings. So I'll tell you, on day 8, when I did it the first time, today morning I shared the picture. Yesterday I couldn't share yesterday's because I was in the factory and left my notebook there, unfortunately. So I couldn't click a picture. So when I go on Monday, I'm going to click a picture and share it with you. So it's very important to see what comes out. So my hidden emotions came out. I hadn't painted for over 20 plus years. So I drew a easel and a canvas, and the canvas had nature in it. So which means I'm back to nature as a calling for me. Had a watering jug in my hand, which means I'm back to my gardening because after I got married, I stopped gardening because there was no garden in my Sasral. And then what came out is my lotus pond. I loved my lotus pond. So it's like time to get back to flowers, time to get back to nature. And of course, time to get back to reading. So I've been reading, but I think my soul wanted more reading. So orange book came in my hand. So things which are suppressed or which are unhidden come out. And that happens when you're actually trying to deep dive down in your heart and your mind and then think, okay, what is it for me? Drawing your inner child, it's great if you're copying it from a picture, fine. But the idea is to get creative. So people who haven't done that creativity can do it now. It doesn't matter. It's not important to draw the child from the picture. You see the person, you get inspired, and you do your own doodle. We're not Picasso's and Michelangelo's to be creating perfect art. It's a left hand or the right hand, indominant hand. So you did not cry. You just felt elated, felt very happy and high the whole day. Great, Ashima. That's fantastic. You remembered being secure, full of love and care. Joy. Great, Ashima. If that's your thing, fabulous. Fabulous. My heart was full of gratitude from parents and aspired to be like them. How wonderful. Okay, taking protein shake in morning after workout, taking a break, intermittent fasting. So Preeti, I'm not really into protein shakes, boss, because they are artificially induced. Why are you having all this unnatural stuff? Is it natural? It's preservative. It's packed food. So why are you taking it? Why are you taking it? Please have a sattu ka shake. Yeah, it's full of proteins. Sattu isn't available. It's like a chane ki dal ka stuff. It'll you lift in and just dilute with water. Have it kali mirchi. Please try and go clean and organic. Yes, sattu atta is there, Monish, but there's another sattu which comes for a drink. So we have that, and it's cooling. It's nice. Don't have protein shakes, guys. Don't. I mean, at least for these 1 to 1 days. Yeah, after gym, Monish is taking it. Nothing like it. Go organic, go basic, go simple. And Monish himself is into organic stuff big time. So, just go clean. You're very emotional. Yesterday you didn't cry, but I was a happy soul. And Dipali cried buckets. Yes, Dipali. I had a very beautiful childhood, like, between four parents, grandparents, and parents. And yet, there were days when Bauji said something, or Nanima said something, or Dad said something. And they were very small little occasions, barely important. Yet I thought of them and I cried. And yet I thought of counted my blessings and I cried. And yet I made that beautiful artwork that I made. And I was happy. It could be like Lik Lakotas or somebody. For me, it was a very beautiful artwork because it was a window of my soul. So Sangeeta, even I didn't have a childhood picture of mine, so I didn't even see it, but I saw the picture in my mind because in my nanny house, on the she's got collages, so I remembered that. But I drew what I remembered myself as. So you don't have to have the picture. That's what I said yesterday. Yeah, that's what even I do. Black peppers, lemon with hot water, and sattu. Try this. Yes, Preeti, it's beautiful. It's very refreshing, and it's very, very natural, and your body can digest. And it's a full meal. So try this. Replace this with exactly how Monish says. That'll be your perfect alternate. Okay, you cried, 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 and felt so bad for myself, my inner child. Rina, time to give your inner child a lot of love. Okay, you cried loads and thanked my parents. They are in heavens above. Thank you, Sudha, for thanking them. Is sattu ragi malt? I no sattu atta is different. Ragi malt is probably another mixture. I say go as simple as possible. I'm not sure how is a combination of sattu and ragi. Sattu by itself you can digest very easily. So what I'm not aware of, I will not even share my gyan because I don't have gyan about that. So when I did mirror work, I remember my beautiful childhood and felt so blessed and thankful to God. Very nice, Rajni. I've replaced my protein shake with sattu shake. You can dilute 4 tablespoons of sattu, 20 grams. Yes, and Luke Cotino will talk to us about this. So let's not mix sattu and ragi right now. Let's start with only sattu and let's take it further. Yes, Misha, that's Luke's recipe. I follow the same. It's great. Combination is not good. Monish is the boss for organic stuff. He grows it as a profession. He's working with the farmers locally. So his knowledge on this is much larger than my knowledge, and he's sharing it. Don't mix sattu and ragi. So let's not do that. Okay, Alifia says she felt sad for the inner child whole day because of crying a lot. All right, great. Felt the whole day you felt okay. So I cried for about 2 3 hours, but then I was when I woke up in the morning, I was very relaxed. I hope you're feeling better, Alifia. Now, if you aren't, then we have to work on you. I was feeling so happy to see my child pock with tears in my eyes. Okay, you had tears. What sattu? Sattu is composed of chana. The what is it called? Gram. What is it called? What is chana called, guys? Can somebody put in the word? Gram flour. Yeah, I was about to say that. Thank you. Chickpeas. So chickpeas, gram flour, Bengal gram. All this together, they roast it and they grind it and they make it. So it's very tasty. It's very organic and it's very good for our body to go natural. So great. All right, Ritesh sir, let's have this gorgeous chapter from Mirror Work. It's our day 2 of our soul exercise, and let's see where we are. 546. Oh, sorry. Yes, thank you. Not Mirror Work. We're talking about the. Thank you, Ritesh sir, for being alert and having this chapter. Can I have a volunteer, please? I like a volunteer to read for us. No, Kuldeep sir, it's not barley atta. Not at all. I don't know किस Google ने बताया आपको. It's not barley atta. Monish knows, sir. Sattu is definitely that. वही barley is jaw. It's not jaw का आटा. नहीं कुलदीप जी. Mhm. It's chana for sure. Who's reading for me today? Rajni wants to read. So Rajni has raised her hand. Sir, please invite her to read for us.
Happy Sunday morning, everyone.
Happy Sunday morning. Good to hear you. So today, our chapter is number 2 about balanced nutrition. So let's take this chapter forward until a couple of days. Please, a couple of pages. Please read.
Balanced nutrition. The body requires balance in all of its billions of cells and in its chemical, biological, physiological, and hormonal functions. When you adopt high protein, low carb, or ketogenic diets, or any other such diet, you create an imbalance in the body. You may lose some weight initially because these are extreme and work on the principle of forcing the body to lose weight, but or then you put out but then you put all of it and sometimes much more back on. Along with losing that initial weight, you also lose crucial vitamins and minerals that are critical to the functioning and balance of cells in the body, leading to malnutrition. This further impacts immunity, the body's first and last line of defense, and creates an environment in the body that makes weight loss a constant and never ending struggle. Some of the above diets may be necessary to treat certain ailments and diseases, but are never appropriate for weight loss. What you need instead is a balanced quantity of nutrients to be digested, assimilated, and absorbed into the blood and cells. I'm not getting the last line.
To build a body that can lose weight and build up health.
And build up health. You
You
can
can
never
never, yeah.
you can never force the body to lose weight. You need to create an environment that allows it to lose weight. Even a slight deficiency of one vitamin or trace mineral can prevent weight loss from happening or create a hormonal imbalance. Which brings me to the interesting part of how weight loss really happens and what it really is.
So it's very interesting to know that our body has a lot of chemicals inside us. If you've heard of vitamin D3, B12, they're very important as well. So if anything is imbalanced, your body will not lose weight. And how do you get these back? Go organic, go natural. Yes, sometimes if it's really low, you need to have you need to have your shots, you need to have your pills. That's okay. Do that because if something is missing, do that. But gradually, when you've come to a normal level, then you can go organic and you can bring these nutrients back in your body. So sunbathing is very important for many. People think, oh, tan ho jate hain. Okay, fine, tan ho jate, to put a sunblock. But I also feel sometimes tan ho jate hain is your limiting belief. Have you ever seen somebody who goes in the sun and he or she is fair when they come out, and a second person who goes in the sun becomes like a nice brown skin? Why does it happen? Because the first person has not even talked about, sun. Second person says, I go in the sun and I get really a deep tan. So whatever you say to yourself is what comes out. So please be important that it's important to have the nature coming back in our bodies. Try to go natural and let's stay away from any of fad diets. We've discussed this and we will try not to do any diet. Is anyone on a diet right now until May? Like a nutritionist following a nutritionist or like in a diet? Is anybody doing that? So the thing is, whoever's doing that, you will not get the natural results. People here are losing weight 2 kilos, 3 kilos, 4 kilos automatically. Day 13, and I got who mentioned yesterday on WhatsApp, she's lost 4 kilos. Day 13, 4 kilos. Why? Because she's finally accepting who she is. She's eating food with thank you, gratitude, feeling happy. Wow, I'm eating this. It's amazing. For example, I had dal makhni yesterday, like a katori of it. When I was like, wow, yum, divine. So I know it'll sit well in my body. It'll not come out as fat. So first, be grateful to your food. Second, be happy when you're eating your food. Third, chew for a little longer. So if you're taking a falka or a paratha ka bite for like 5, 6, 6, 7 times, you're chewing it and you're gulping it down. Try and take it for 10, 12, chew it for 10, 12 times so that you're seeing that food is getting chewed. Digestion first starts in your mouth. So if you're gulping down the food, it's going to take that much time for your body to break it and then process it. So try and break within your mouth. And that way, if you chew more, you're more fuller easily. So Sailesh has lost 1.5 kilos. How wonderful, Sailesh. Thank you for sharing. So it's lovely how our body reacts when we know that we're in the natural form. We don't need protection. We love ourselves. We find love for ourselves. Things magically unfold. So weight loss will anyways go. Can we have fruits in dinner sometimes? Fruits are not preferred late at night because they have a lot of artificial sugar in them. So it's better to have fruits before sunset. That's what they say, Alifia, because your body can only burn fats until sun. So that's how the circadian rhythm goes. I would rather say you can have something else. Yeah, thank you so much. So now we have to create a hormonal balance in our body. We have to work on the deficiencies and we have to go back to the basics. So let's talk about good digestion. Let's talk about good chewing. Let's try and follow as organic as possible. And let's see how to strike a hormonal balance. Please read it further, Radniji.
Hormonal balance. Losing weight is about having the right hormonal balance and the right chemistry between cells. When you eat the wrong food, or have toxins, or experience stress, it disrupts communication between cells and the hormonal balance and several other functions, activating fat storage in the cells. To address weight loss, we won't just look at the food you are eating, although that's important but not enough. We have to look at the problem from all angles: the mind, emotion, stress, negative thoughts, and the physical body and what's going on inside it. A lot of this is determined by the hormones in your body. The following are key hormones that are responsible for many bodily functions. Let's talk about stress, one of the main cause of disease, an obstacle in the weight loss process and one of the main reasons for fat and weight gain. There are two kinds of stress, acute and chronic. Imagine you are sitting in a closed room and I set a tiger loose in it. There are exactly two possibilities of how you will react. You will either try to flee or prepare to fight. This is known as the fight or flight response. This is the human body's natural mechanism to handle stressful situations. Both these actions require large amount of adrenaline to be produced for instant energy. The adrenal glands produce the following hormones. Epinephrine, another name for adrenaline. This hormone responds rapidly to stress by increasing your heart rate and rushing blood to the brain and muscles in your body. It also rapidly spokes your blood sugar level.
Spikes.
It also rapidly spikes your blood sugar level by converting glycogen to glucose in the liver. Glycogen is the form in which the liver stores glucose. Norepinephrine, constantly known as noradrenaline. This hormone,
Noradrenaline. Okay.
okay, this hormone works with epinephrine to respond to stress. It can cause vasoconstriction, that is the narrowing of blood vessels, which can result in high blood pressure.
So long or short of the entire thing is stress level. You want to go chemically deeper, there are lots of studies, but stress level is very, very, very important. So if you are stressed out, your body is going to absorb the food as fat because it's stressed out. So when you're eating food, if you're stressed out, first become calm. Just become calm. You want some music on, put on some music. You want whatever music you like, try and go instrumental, try and get in the moment and first calm yourself down and just say whatever's. And that, there's a reason why you say gratitude prayer before you eat food. Annadata Devo Bhava. Yeah, whatever, because so that you're thankful for what the food that is served on your plate. The minute you say thank you, stress levels come down because thank you means a good feeling zone. Stress level means a bad feeling zone. So when you got to push yourself higher in a higher feeling zone, a thank you really works. So yes, a thank you is imperative before you eat your meals henceforth. Second thing, we see how we're eating. Please feel happy. Whatever meal is in front of you, it's 1,000 calorie meal, so be it. You deserve it. It's okay, have it. But be thankful that whatever I'm eating, I'm thankful for it. It could be anything. It could be the cheesiest risotto in the world. Doesn't matter. Just be thankful. It could be a khichdi full of ghee. It's okay. Just enjoy, savor the moment. Yes. So if you're having 5 spoons and you want to stop at the six and thali mein 4 spoon bach gaye hain, so it's okay. Say sorry and give those 4 spoons to chidiyas or any dog or any animal rather than stuffing those 4 spoons in your body. If your body says I'm full, don't over abuse by giving another 4 spoons because your body will have to work that much more to burn those 4 spoons. Your body has an auto mechanism. You know what? Women in Indian houses are called kachradan for by many nutritionists. Why? बेटा खाना नहीं खाया खाओ ना नहीं माँ नहीं छोटे and she'll eat that वो खत्म कर लेगी थाली से कि अरे अनाज waste नहीं करते. So she'll have that. Are you a dustbin? Your child doesn't have a spoon of food. Will you eat that? Two paratha gasis are left. Will you eat that? Why? You've had your meal. Why abuse yourself with extra food? So please remember, if your food says cut off, then cut off and try, if possible. I know it's too much to ask. If possible, possible, the meal times can become just your time. Like, as in, you don't talk much. I remember in the childhood, Nani, my Bauji, Gigi, and I used to have dinner. And that was a time that from 7 o'clock to 7:25, we never talked. We would just concentrate on eating our meal. Uske baad, talk as much as you want. We used to keep
Mm.
sitting on a dining table and talk for another 20 minutes till servants were cleaning the plates and taking them away. So that you can savor every bite, you can enjoy, you can be thankful. But what happens? I'm talking to you right now, and I'm just, hey, what's happening? And I'm eating. I'm not concentrating what's going inside me. I don't even realize that my stomach is full. My brain doesn't give me any connection. But if I'm eating, I'm chewing, I'm putting my energy there, then automatically I'll be feeling fuller first. So no stress level for your meals, please. That's the first thing to take away from this chapter. Let's read it further, Rajniji.
The adrenal gland also produce cortisol, which regulates how the body converts fats, proteins, and carbohydrates into energy. It also helps regulate blood pressure and cardiovascular function. Cortisol works with another hormone called corticosterone to regulate immune response and suppress inflammatory reactions. Cortisol also has a direct impact on insulin production. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you read the term insulin? It's diabetes, isn't it? That's because we know that insulin regulates blood sugar levels. But that's where our thinking is limited, and therefore we have a one pronged approach to diabetes. Insulin has many more functions. Let's understand them in the simplest way possible. For when you understand what else insulin does and how it works, you will begin to believe that there is a cure for diabetes and that high levels of chronic stress prevent you from losing weight.
So while Rajni is reading, please read with her. I will not be translating this with a very simple English. Let's not waste time. Let's understand what Luke says and let's imbibe in it. Take your notes if you think you're required to take notes. Rajni, please go ahead.
Insulin is called a storage hormone because it helps the body store energy in adipose tissues or fat cells. It also helps in the synthesis of amino acids from protein for muscle building. The reaction insulin,
The
the reason
reason.
insulin is linked to diabetes so often is because it uses sugar in the blood to store in the muscles and liver as glycogen. In cases of acute or very small amounts of stress, fat cells release small amounts of energy with no collateral damage to the body. But when you undergo chronic and elevated levels of stress, the muscles in the body and heart require large amounts of this energy really quickly to sustain the body's movement, vital organ functions, and coping mechanism in reaction to stress. When the control,
Please,
when the
yeah.
cortisol level When the cortisol level in the body rises rapidly and stays elevated, the cells receives a signal to stop responding to the storage effects of insulin. The body then goes into no more energy storage mode. Dr. Sean Talbot, a well-known scientist and expert in metabolism, weight loss, sports nutrition, and human performance, beautifully explains it in his book Cortisol Connection. When cells stop responding to insulin, they are able to switch from a storage, anabolic building mode to a secretion, catabolic breakdown mode. So fat cells dump more fat into the system. Liver cells crank out more glucose and muscle cells allow their problem to be broken down to supply amino acids for
Their protein
conversion.
to be broken down. So one second. So now this is all about cell language. So what happens is if you don't have in a body, if the immunity is not right, the insulin is not right, you will not be able to burn fat organically. And then that's when it starts building up. So you put in artificial ways of putting that insulin in your body, whether through injections or whatever. So now what you're talking about is that how do you get our cells to respond? So now, when muscles are when our muscles allow the proteins to be broken down, they start supplying amino acids, and this is all fine. It is all fine. Don't go in the deep down science of this. What's understandable in our body is that we are going organic. If there's some limitation in our body, because in whatever tests have come, we address them medically right now, but we try and go simple in a broken science, in our way of chewing, in a way of digestion, in a way of the way we work, and that's going to be more important. And we try and take out anything which is chronic in our body. So if we have chronic constipation, we go natural. If we have chronic stress, we try and go natural. We listen to music. If we have chronic some problem, we go natural as much as possible. Let's turn the page. This is all fine, assuming it occurs infrequently and for a very short span of time. Chronic stress can lead, yes, to a condition known as insulin resistance and predispose a person to the development of full blown diabetes. So, we are not here any kind of people who understand too much of science
Yes.
for people who don't understand. So, don't get complicated. Just get the basic science, the basic knowledge out of this. Please read further.
Even the thought of food and concern about eating can increase stress levels. You will also gain weight and fat and find it impossible to lose it when your human growth hormone, HGH, DHEA, and should I read this?
That is,
Dehydro
yeah, it's okay. Move it.
and testosterone levels are on the lower side. DHEA is a steroid hormone secreted by adrenal glands, which is then converted to other hormones, including sex hormones. This is why athletes who put themselves through extreme training, which is stressful for the body, need to supplement with testosterone and HGH shots, which have their share of side effect in the long run.
So, did you read this last line? Even athletes, they require this testosterone and they induce that in the body. Fine, they're doing it because they have a goal to run, but it's got a side effect in the long run. We are regular people, right? So anything which is artificially induced in our body, of course, the medication which is important, but anything beyond that, if it's artificially induced, has a side effect in the body, including the fad diets that you're following. If you're doing something which is not ordinary, like a keto diet, it is not ordinary. You are putting something artificial. So it's very important to realize that you have to be natural, you have to be alert, and your weight and fat is all possible to lose the minute you're regulating your lifestyle and your bodies. Please read further. Another effect.
Another effect of cortisol rapidly rising and staying elevated is that the level of the hormones thyroxine falls steadily. When thyroxine is low, you are treated as a patient of hypothyroidism. These patients are put on medication with the statement, you need to be on these medicines for life, which most doctors cannot explain. Most also make into mention of the side effects of popping these medicines even every morning. Patients feel safe when test results a month later show that their TSH levels are within range. This blinds them to the fact that only their symptom is being treated and the underlying root cause, which is almost always chronic and emotional stress, is never addressed, slowly leading to more problems and more medication for other ailments and conditions that the unaddressed stress is causing.
So please get this myth busted that any medication that you're on is lifelong. It's not lifelong. That's a gimmick by the marketing medical world. Nothing is lifelong. If you can reverse diabetes, you can reverse thyroid, you can reverse anything in the world. What is important is that you are alert about your body, giving it natural stuff, and you're happy. Happiness is the best medicine you can give to your body. When you're happy, everything around you is happy. So stop getting in this thing that, I can't treat this, I can't treat that. You can treat every single thing. Please read the last line on this page.
This amazing piece by Dr. Talbot
Secondly,
secondly summarizes the effects of chronic stress on our bodies. During periods of chronic stress, Level of both cortisol and insulin rise and together send a potent signal to fat cells to store as much as fat possible.
Did
They
you realize
also
what are they saying? 1 second. During periods of chronic stress, levels of both cortisol and insulin rise, and together they send a potent signal to fat cells to store as much fat as possible. So we have a fat bank in our body. The minute we are stressed, the fat says, I may not get food. Okay, she's stressed. Come on, hoard it. We become the hoarders. And that's when your pockets of cell become more, and you can find your arm having a little more flab here, maybe your chest having a little more flab because you're storing fat. It's only because of your stress levels. So, stress while food is a no, 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 no. Let's read further.
they also signal fat cells to hold on to their fat stores, so stress can actually reduce the ability of the body to release fat from its stores to use for energy.
So
In
you
terms
know
of
that, right? 1 second. So you know that fat is the reason. Fat is the very element which is used when we are energetic, when we're running, when we're doing something that needs energy. Fat breaks down, right, into energy. But the minute you have stress, they've hoarded it. You'll have less. So what will happen? Your body will become weak in the sense, I'm tired. I'm fatigued. I can't do this because there's no energy, because the stored fat has become fat. It's not giving you energy to do something. So now that will help in that will make you gain weight, become obese, and become fatigued, become less energetic. So all this is very, very interlinked. Just be careful that let's not have stress. That's the biggest thing, is underline no stress. Please read.
In terms of weight gain and obesity, the link between cortisol and deranged metabolism is seen in many ways. Consider this. You have had a stressful day. You woke up late, ate a hurried breakfast, watched some negative media coverage, read negative news in the papers, reached late to work, had an argument with your boss, went on to address a whole load of emails, missed your lunch break, had a fight over the phone with your spouse, loaded up on coffee because your energy levels were rock bottom, sat in traffic for over 2 hours, and reached home tired and drained. What happens if you do a blood test now? Your blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol levels will be high, and thyroxine will be on the lower side. So, do you need a pull for all these conditions? No. All these indications are your body's natural way of adapting to the stress you went through. If you reach home, have a shower, settle down, eat a hot, tasty meal, listen to soothing music, play with your child, read a book, and make love. Those labels will all come back within range.
So second, next time you have to take a blood test. Firstly, tell your body that we are absolutely in harmony. We are absolutely balanced. All is well in my world. And then go for a blood test. Because if we are anxious, डॉक्टर ने बोला ये हाई है, डॉक्टर ने बोला ये प्रॉब्लम है, तो आपके ब्लड टेस्ट में इनवेरिएबली कुछ ना कुछ बीमारी निकलेगी. लेकिन अगर आप अपने आप को बोल के जा रहे हैं, if you're conditioning your mind, then all is well in my world, I'm perfect, your blood reports will be great. Blood reports great means all things are wonderful, you don't need medication. So if people who say blood report normal आई, बीमारी का तो पता ही नहीं चला, अब फिर करना पड़ रहा है, you're giving those signals. So if you have a good blood test, fine, so be it. Why go for another test? Listen to your body, take out the stress. So when she says that you come back home and you do, rest it out and then you go for a test, just go easy. Even when you have to go for a blood test, just go easy, listen to nice music. And of course, playing with your child, or you're talking to your parent, or reading a book and making love, and even listening to music, they're very relaxing. Even having a good tasty hot meal is very relaxing. So please take a chill pill. Life is beautiful. Life is not about stress. Let's enjoy this beautiful game of life. Let's play it well. Last paragraph for the day.
If we choose to opt for the easy options of taking pills out of fear and ignorance of the root cause, we assume a symptomatic approach. The allopathic drugs that go through the liver increase the toxic burden in the body and more toxins means more fat and more struggle to lose weight. This brings me to the next step of balanced nutrients detoxification.
Nutrition. So detoxification is something we'll talk about it tomorrow, not right now. But we have to only see one thing,
Nutrition.
that the easy option of taking pills out of fear and ignorance is the root cause. We assume it to be symptomatic, but no, it is increasing a lot of pressure on the liver. There's a lot of toxic burden that's happening. So, to detoxify, a lot of important things are in picture, which we'll read about tomorrow. We've had a purview about it before also. So, the more toxins means more fat, and the more fat means the more struggle to lose weight. So, if you're detoxifying your body by crapping every day, by probably sweating it every day, you're anyways making your body much more balanced. So thank you, Ritesh sir. Let's have the second book in continuation. Um, let's talk about Mirror Work Day 2. So everyone remember, going organic is the key. Going simple is the key. If you are looking at something which may give you stress out, tell yourself it's okay. I have it in me to handle it. Nothing is big enough. Nothing will shake me up. I'm not here to get stressed. I'm here to remember that life is a pleasure. Life is beautiful, and I'm loving and living every single moment of my life. Be it men at work, be it women at home, or however, reversed, either reversed. We can handle all that comes our way. It's not so tough. Day 9, Loving Your Inner Child, Part 2. Today, you use the mirror work to forgive the past and begin to love the beautiful child within. So now, today, we'll look in the mirror and we'll forgive whatever happened in the past, because now we will start loving the beautiful child within us, the very lovely child within us. He is tucked away, she is tucked away, and now it's yesterday we had a glance at them. Today we'll go deeper with her or him. So let's read, Raniji.
Day 9. Loving Your Inner Child, Part 2. Today you use mirror work to forgive the past and begin to love the beautiful child within. How are you and your inner child doing today? Are you getting to know each other a little better? I have found that working with the inner child is extremely valuable in helping to heal the hurts of the past. We are not always in touch with the feelings of the frightened little child within us. If your childhood was full of fear and physical or verbal battles, you may have a habit of mentally beating yourself up. When you do this, you are continuing to treat your inner child in much the same way. The child inside, however, has no place to go.
So it's okay if somebody's had a very traumatic experience yesterday. I know a couple of you have gone through physical abuse, and it may have been very tough on you yesterday, but it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Jo ho gaya, so ho gaya. It's over and finished. But now is a time to treat that little baby with a lot of love, with a lot of care, because that little baby is going to be inside you because it has no place to go. So if you have been hurted, it's fine. If you haven't been, like some of you told me that the entire day you had a tough time, it's okay, fine. Today is a day to let go. Let's flip the page.
Many of us
Y-
have an inner child who is lost and lonely and feels rejected. Perhaps the only contact we have had with our inner child for a long time is to scold and criticize it. Then we wonder why we are unhappy. We cannot reject a part of ourselves and still be in harmony within. Today, let's use our mirror work to move beyond our parents' limitations and connect with a little lost child inside. Let's forgive the past and begin to love this beautiful child within. This child needs to know that we care.
So, the little child was subjected to a little criticism from parents, or like a little expectations from parents ki aisa hi banna hai, yahi karna hai. You may not have wanted it, but yet you succumb to it. So now we talked about no blame game. Now let's talk about the days about appreciation. So we have to understand, when it says parents limitation, your parents had limited knowledge, right? They were not aware of Louis Hay healing book, or how to treat the children. Whatever they'd heard from their parents is what they passed on to you. So let's not blame them at all, But let's connect with the little child inside us and let's forgive whatever happened, whatever, and begin to know this beautiful child. Let's find him or her. Let's read further.
Most of us have buried many feelings and hurts from the past. Learning to love your inner child is going to take time. Take all the time you need. Return to these exercises again and again. You will get there, I promise. Your inner child still carries the beliefs you developed early on. If your parents had rigid ideas and you are now very hard on yourself, or you tend to build walls around you, your inner child is probably still following your parents' rule. If you continue to pick on yourself for every mistake, it must be very scary for your inner child to wake up in the morning thinking, what is my parent going to yell at me about today? What our parents did to us in the past was a product of their consciousness. We are the parents now. We are using
One
our
second.
conscious.
Shraddha Khandelwar. Either you sleep or you be in the session. Please get up and do Pixie programming. I know it's a Sunday morning. I know it's a torture for some of you. But if you're transforming our lives, guys, sorry, Shraddha. Please wake up, sweetie. Good morning. All right, let's continue.
We are using our consciousness now. If you are still refusing to take care of your inner child, you are stuck in your own resentment. Invariably, that means there is someone you still need to forgive. What resentment do you need to let go of? What haven't you forgiven yourself for? For now,
One second. So it's very imperative for us to realize that, yes, our parents came with preconditioning about life ideas, about your profession, about your future, because a lot of parents want the children to do exactly what they could not do. So if I can't become an architect and I can't build houses, but this is my deep desire, I'll expect my daughter or my son to do that because it's a hidden desire. And I will condition him and her. And that's what's happened with a lot of us. It's all right. But that were mistakes of our parents. Let's not keep repeating those mistakes. Let's not scold our little babies, the little stuff inside us, by thinking so much. Let's not think, okay, what's coming my way? Now, what am I reprimanding myself? So, when you are doing something wrong, this inner person in you, see, ye bhi galat kar diya. You did this also wrong. This also went wrong. This also went wrong. So don't go there. Don't belittle yourself at all. You have done whatever you could. Your parents have done whatever they could. But now it's about time for you to evolve, develop yourself. So please, if you're refusing the little child love, and if you're stuck there with resentment for whatever happened in life, it's passe. It was past. Now what's time is that you just need to let go. Just let go. If you haven't forgiven yourself, firstly, the most important crux in healing is we can't forgive ourselves. You may blame your parents, but actually it's yourself that you're not able to. मेरे साथ ऐसा हुआ, मैंने allow किया. It happened to me. Or you play a victim game. Poor me, poor me. So time to just let the poor me go out. Parents did this, parents did that, out go. Because now is the time to evolve. For now, let's read.
for now, visualize that you are taking your inner child by the hand and going everywhere together for a few days. See what joyous experiences you can have. This may sound silly, but please try it. It really works. Create a wonderful life for yourself and your inner child. The universe will respond and you will find ways to heal your inner child and the adult you. No matter what your early childhood was like, happy or sad, you and only you are in charge of your life now. You can spend your time blaming your parents or you can embrace love. Love is the biggest eraser I know. It erases even the deepest and most painful memories because love goes deeper than anything else. Think for a moment. Do you want a life of pain or one of joy? The choice and power are always within you. Look into your eyes and love yourself and the little child within. Let's affirm I love my inner child. I am in charge of my life now.
So that's our first affirmation for the day. I love my inner child. I am in charge of my life now. I love my inner child.
Mm.
I am in charge of my life now. Because now we are letting love rule. We're inviting love in our lives, and that will erase the biggest, deepest wounds. So let's go deeper. Let's find love. Let's think for a moment. What life do we want ahead? One of joy or one of pain? The choice is always ours, and we are here to transform our lives. So obviously, we will look into eyes and we will say, we will tell the little baby in us, I love my inner child. I am in charge of my life now. So we have to do this conversation with us. We will not blame anymore. And for people who've just questioned me that what do we do? What about how about the behavior or habit which we don't want in our kids according to experience with ourselves? So yeah, love. Don't criticize your child. Don't ridicule your child. Promote him or her in whatever he or she wants. You are a mere parent. You don't have any right to rule and impose your wishes and commands over your child. Your child will shape up exactly how it's destined for him. Become a become a pushing factor in the terms of motivating him or her. Love them unconditionally. Let them do whatever they want. Let them make mistakes because they will evolve with mistakes. Don't try and make a life which is okay, no mistake. वो गिरेगा नहीं. If they don't fall, how will they rise? So let them fall. Prepare them for the worst. Remember Buddha, if someone of you know, Buddha had a there was a premonition about him that he will become a saint. So his parents made him stay away from all things untoward, no death, nothing. Ultimately, what happened? When he saw death, he had that moment of realization, oh my God, there's something called death. And he again became a saint. So what's destined for your child is destined. Don't become the gods and don't try to check them out. Let them live their journey. Let them live their journey. Let's turn the page.
Your day 9 mirror work exercise. 1. Go to your bathroom mirror and look at the picture of yourself as a child that you taped to it yesterday. 2. Take a moment right now and tell your inner child that you care.
1 second, just 1 second, Radhiji. Rima Shah, are you talking to somebody on the phone? Okay, if you're not talking to somebody on the phone, it's fine. As long as you're working with yourself, I'm okay. You were talking, so I was wondering who are you talking to? Because you need to understand this as well. So thank you so much. Please read further.
Second, take a moment right now and tell about inner child that you care. Say these affirmations. I care about you. I love you. I really love you. Third, sit in front of your mirror if you can, or sit or look into a handheld mirror. Continue the conversation with your inner child that you began yesterday. You could open with an apology, saying something like, I'm sorry, I haven't talked to you over the years. I'm sorry, I scolded you for so long. I want to make up for all the time we spent apart from each other. Fourth, if you haven't talked to your inner child in 50 or 60 years, it may take some time before you feel like you are reconnecting. But be persistent. Eventually, you will make a connection. You may feel the child inside you. You may hear the child inside you. You may even see the child inside you. Keep your tissue box nearby. It's okay to cry while you're talking to your inner child. Tears will help you to break through and connect with the child inside you.
So again, I repeat myself, I did that yesterday also. You may have had a very blessed childhood. So you may not remember anything untowards, but you may remember some moments when somebody scolded or how harsh you were with yourself, about expectations. So today is a day to look into your eyes and tell the little child inside you, I love you. I really love you. You may not love her till now. You may love him or her, but have a conversation, a one-to-one bond with the child and say, okay, now I've begun bonding with you. I'm sorry for having scolded you. I'm sorry that, we have not been one because you have ignored him or her. You never knew the child exists.
Mhm.
Firstly, it's not your fault. Did you know that they have an inner child? Most of us did not know. So it's okay that we've spent apart. Now that we know that we have a little version of us inside us, let's connect back. It's absolutely feel. Fine. Feel him, hear him, ask him what he wants, and whatever cues you hear, it's your mind talking. It's not your mind talking, actually. It's your inner child talking through your brain. So if you get some answer, write that down because now he is talking to you. You are a man of 40, 50, 20, 30, whatever, or maybe 70, 80, 60, whatever. But the child is still a boy. Talk to him, have a one-to-one conversation, realize if you become emotional, you always have tissue papers handy. But the idea is to connect. If you have tears, it's all right to let them loose because if it's emotional, it's great. If it's not emotional, it's fine. But realize and talk to the person inside. And now journaling today is very important. So as Rajni will talk to us about the journaling. Please read for yourself and understand. Please read.
The power is within you. Your day night journaling exercise. When you were little, what did you really like to do? Write down everything that comes to mind. When was the last time you did any of these things? Too often, the parent inside us will stop us from having fun because it's not the adult things to do.
So one thing, this is about writing, okay? But similarly, if your little child, your nephew, your niece, they want to have fun, become the child with them. Do funny stuff. Stop thinking that, oh, I'm an adult, I'm a parent, I can't do this. Have the fun moments. Enjoy, play with them. Just go berserk. Drop your makeup, drop your anything which is, just have fun. Just let the child in you evolve. Don't let the parent in you come out and saying, no, 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 no. This is not the adult thing to do. Everything is fun. Who says adults have to have only adultish stuff? Why can't we have some fun? If there was a reason why adults couldn't have fun, you think there would have been theme parks all over the world? You think there would be theme parks for us to go up and down the rides and roller coaster rides? Then it would have been only for children, right? There's a reason why they're theme parks. There's a reason that we are meant to have fun. We're supposed to enjoy our life. Why only temporary? Why only go to Orlando or some theme park and do it? Why not every day? So have fun every day. Okay, point number two. What do we have to write? Please tell us.
Second, now put down your journal and go outside and play with your little child. Have fun. Do the silly things you loved to do when you were young, like jumping in a pile of leaves or running under the garden sprinkler. Watch other children at play. It will bring back memories of the games you enjoyed. If you want more fun in your life, make the connection with your inner child and come from that space of spontaneity. I promise that you will start having more fun.
What a day. We're supposed to do this on a Sunday.
Sunday.
No, no agenda with our works and our professions. Have fun. बच्चे बोलेंगे, Mom, what happened to you? Something's gone conky. So much of power. Dad, what's up with you? So what? Or if somebody's not married and they don't have children, and they'll say, Rajaji, what happened to you? It's okay. Enjoy, have fun, grow. Because when you have fun, you grow. So please have Sunday is a fun day today for all of us. So let's enjoy the day. Okay, let's read the heart thought for today. And this will be a third affirmation. I am willing to change and grow. I am willing to change and grow. So let's write this down. I'm willing to change and grow. All right. Radhinji, please read about it.
You are willing to learn new things because you do not know it all. You are willing to drop old concepts when they no longer work for you. You are willing to see your behavior and say, I don't want to do that anymore. You know you can become more of who you are, not become a better person. That would imply that you are not good enough, which isn't true, but more of who you really are. Growing and changing is exciting, even if you have to look at some painful things within yourselves in order to do so.
So it's perfect. Thank you so much, Radhinji, for reading it. So now we know that growing and changing is exciting, even if you look at some painful things. So once we accept the painful stuff, we will move on and we will heal and we will grow further. So wonderful. Ritesh, sir, you can flip the book to your last book for the day, Heart Thoughts. So it's wonderful to evolve. Neha, I'm glad that you're having fun with your nieces and nephew all the time around them, and you're always having fun. Gitika, I'm glad that you're saying that you will play the badminton with the inner child in you. Great. So find whatever he or she does. So when I did my inner child exercise and it said paint a painting, after 20 plus years, I picked up a paintbrush and I did the divinity series, Brahma Vishnu Mahesh series. I just felt like drawing them. I'm not so religious, okay, but I just felt that we're creating our Brahma as a creator, Vishnu is a preserver, Shiva is a destroyer, and I thought they were very symbolic for my beginning at that point. So I came up and I painted them. So go find what's happening in your life. Okay, and here we have another cue. It says all my changes are easy to make. So how wonderful. Whatever changes we want in our life, they're so easy to make. So if the inner child needs love, we can love him or her. If we need to release our past, we let go of past easy because right now the cue from the universe on this day is all my changes are easy to make. So let me read the left line. In order to change your life outside, you must change inside. So, yes, people, gentlemen, and ladies, it's time to realize what's happening inside of us. The moment you're willing to change, it is amazing how the universe begins to help you. So, this is the universe telling us that, it's easy for you to change. So, now that we're willing to be changing, we can see cues, we can read somewhere something, and please realize now we're alert, and whatever we're reading or hearing, they're cues for us to follow. It brings you what you need because our universe will bring exactly what we need to hear. So now, if you're reading a book and some line comes in front of you, it's the cue. So please get alert. Great. Please read this last paragraph, this one paragraph together.
All my changes are easy to make. When we begin to work on ourselves, sometimes things get worse before they get better. It is okay if that happens. It's the beginning of the process. It is untangling old threads. Just flow with it. It takes time and effort to learn what we need to learn. Don't demand instant change. Impatience is only resistance to learning. It means you want the goal without going through the process. Let yourself do it step by step. It will get easier as you go along.
Thank you so much, Radniji. You were a fabulous reader. Thank you so much. You had a most difficult reading with a lot of medical terminology, but you sailed through. So thank you so much. So wonderful. So, all right, it's all about untangling our old threads. You untangle and you create just a straight thread. It may crack, it may break, you may have some difficult moments, but it's all process of healing. So, for anything to heal, you may have a tough time. It's okay. Don't judge yourself. May have it easy. Great, congratulations. But everything takes time. Everything takes efforts. So you have to put effort to learn to grow and don't say कि miracle अभी किया अभी हो जाना चाहिए. No, it takes time. So be patient. Shraddha and Saburi, have patience, have faith. You want the goal? Yes, you will go through, you will find the goal, but there's a process. You'll go step by step, and it's going to become very very easy. And I that's my promise because I have done it. Louis Hay is saying it, but I have done it. So thank you, Ritesh sir, for this lovely book reading for all of us, showcasing them. Let's go to the assignment for yesterday. Let's see where we stand. And once again, thank you to everyone for your assignments in time because working with ourselves is very imperative. Assignments is very important for us to gauge your commitment because that's when it happens. The magic begins to unfold when we are in our assignments. Very soon, when we start doing our the people who registered from tomorrow, today's a Sunday, we're letting our IT team go easy. From tomorrow, your little groups will be made. Your one-to-one sanghas will be made. Just the very core groups of five people. So in that, whoever you five are, if you're a husband or a wife or a brother and a sister or a mom and a son, please let us know because we don't want family or loved ones around us. So if Sudha knows Charandeep, they're related as friends, please let us know. You have to be strangers because when you're healing, you don't have to know the other person. So I may be in love with my husband and Prashant, and I may share everything possible, but maybe I want to share something which I'm not comfortable sharing in front of him in the group. So don't have anyone you know. If there is somebody, let us know. We will change the groups. So, and from tomorrow, you will first get interfacing with each other, then find one angel. Angel will be the person responsible for your affirmations, for sharing the affirmations that you've written them down. So you're basically having a person who's accountable for what you're doing. So if you've forgotten to write the affirmation, and if Ankita has forgotten to write the affirmation, Monish is a part of a group, he'll say, and if he's an angel, he'll say, Ankita, where's your affirmation? You haven't posted in the group. So then you're finding that there's somebody who's looking after you. There's somebody in your Sangha who's responsible for you. Similarly, for gratitude, if Shelly is a part of a group and she's a guardian and she's looking after gratitude, then Harpreet hasn't written a gratitude. She's like, okay, where are your blessings? You haven't written them down. So all you have to do is click that picture of your this book, which will come to you in about 10 days from now. And then you just share the picture in your core group. We will not spam the main group, but yes, we will be all part of the Facebook group. So there we'll start posting. We are not activating the Facebook group now because we want everyone to go together. So we'll take it step by step. We are already in a process of visiting ourselves. So great. We start with the first line. Ritesh, sir, can you scroll a little bit up? So it means I haven't submitted my assignment. Sorry. That's bad about me. So it's very important that we have to submit because you get a zero score. So of course, now Salish has done great, Rajni ji has done great. So you can see yourselves. Greens mean you've submitted, yellow means you've not been on the mark, and red also means that you probably were alert, but you did not submit the assignment, which means yesterday you did not click on the button. So give yourselves a reminder that this is my time to submit the assignment so that your assignment is well done. So yeah, these are how it is. Yellows are great, huh? So anybody who's thinking, why am I yellow? Yeah, submit them Rupal today. At least they'll not be a red. It will at least become a pink. So red is not so advisable right now. Pinks, greens, oranges are great. So yeah, so you can find your number, Monish. Yes, you're 100%. You were right, and you are. Thank you for being there. I never liked biology subject and last go through all the terms in class and met my inner child who was scared of it. Aha. Yes, that's how universe folds up. So it's okay you submitted late. At least the scorecard will be there, Kashni. So it's all right. We're all evolving. The idea about these is that we are just evolving ourselves. A lot of us have registered, but we aren't on the sessions, either the live ones or the YouTube. So obviously they are not no longer important. So Kashni, please take it up with Amrita. Understand the science of assignments and timing and why you're a red. So please understand. All right, great. So without further ado, let's do the meditation. It's already 42. Any question or answer, we'll do our meditation. So the people who want to leave can leave. I promise Sundays are a day we can reflect. So if we have more time, we can always discuss whatever challenges we are having. If possible, the cameras are switched off. Can you please switch on? That will be great because now there's no conversation between us, Akshay, Archal, iPhone, and SM. Please, yes, thank you so much. Shraddha, cameras on. And if you don't want to be part of meditation, it's your wish, but it's important that we heal and we work in the morning and get ourselves energy. Eyes closed, back straight, feet firmly placed on the ground or cross-legged. Let's take 3 deep breaths in. We hold till 5, our stomach expands. We hold for 5 and we release for 10 and our stomach deflates. So let's take a deep breath in. Hold and release. Once more, take a deep breath in. Hold and release. The last time for the day, we'll take a deep breath in. Hold and release. Life is beautiful. Life is a blessing. Life is a celebration. Now we met our inner child, the child who paints, the child who loves, the child who does whatever he or she loves. Now we know the cues are coming our way from the universe in the form of signs on the billboard, or a stanza in a book, or something we hear on a radio, or maybe the television, or maybe something we read on the internet. And these cues are messages from the universe for our soul, for us to evolve. And let's take them, let's accept them, let's not negate them. Let's live this wonderful life, this life of living and letting go of the past. Yes, something untowards happened in the past. It's okay, it was past. I let go. I embrace my life with love, for love is the only ingredient that gets the world around. I am love because I am loving and I am loved. I deserve all the love in the world, and my inner child deserves all my love, for I have unfortunately, unknowingly ignored that little child. And now it's time for me to promise my inner child that I am with him or her unconditionally for all of my life. Let's correlate our inner child with our heart. Let's talk to our inner child by keeping our hand on our heart. Let's look at our inner child in the mirror. The person in the mirror is a reflection of who you are. The eyes in the mirror are also a reflection of who the little child is. Let's learn to grow. Let's learn to evolve. And let's learn the beautiful game of life. For we need to live it magically and with a lot of love and enthusiasm. Today, let's bring the inner child out. Let's jump. Let's play. Let's have fun. Let's go childish. Let's giggle. Let's make merry. Let's just live a beautiful Sunday. A day to have fun. A fun day. Let's explore life. Let's find what we are meant to do. Let's give ourselves love, love, and more love because we deserve it. Because we deserve to live the life of our dreams. And yes, we shall live them because we deserve the best. Let's give our bodies some love. Let's go organic. Let's detox it by going clean. Let's realize our bodies are perfect the way they are. The more we love each part of our body, the more beautifully it responds. If they're fat stored in part of our bodies, let's give it love and just say, yeah, you've had a good time. You've got a lot of food to eat and you've stored it. But now I have spiritual food in my body because I am happy. So let's shake it off. Let's shake it off. Let's love ourselves. Let's love our bodies. Effortlessly, the weight will fall. And more than weight, you'll feel energetic, glowing, healthier, and happier. And that's the power of love. Let's explore love, find it. We're stuck in the deeper realms of us, it's stuck in the life around us. And now, when somebody gets angry, just give them a tight hug and say, it's okay, this too shall pass. Let's walk the life. Let's walk the road of love. Let's walk the road of this beautiful, mesmerizing life. Let's see where the roads are turning. And let's keep walking because at the end and while the road is on, all we can see is happiness. The foliage makes us happy. The greenery makes us happy. The flora makes us happy. The The pebbled road makes us happy. The little butterflies make us happy. Everything makes us happy. Even the air, the fresh air that plays with our hair, with our clothes, that makes us happy. Let's love life. Let's live life ever so abundantly. Now, let's roll our heads towards Mother Earth and thank her for this gift of life, the gift of roots. She's grounding us every day. She's making us humble every day. And all things untowards, the tension, the stress, it's all flowing out of our body into her, replacing itself with love, gratitude, and happiness. Thank you, Mother Earth, for this beautiful dose every day and for allowing us to grow in you deeper and deeper. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's roll our heads back at the eye level and thank our life for all the life lessons, for all the experiences, because we are who we are because of them, good or bad. They were important for our growth. Good or bad, they were very, very crucial for our growth. And we've lived them. So now let's not judge them. Let's be thankful by being mindful. Thank you, dear Zindagi. I truly love you. Thank you for the past. Thank you for the present. And thank you for the beautiful journey ahead, my future. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's roll our heads above and face the heavens above. Open our heads and hands in abundance pose. Dear universe, I love you. Thank you for having our back. Dear divinity, dear cosmos, thank you for your signals and cueing us. Dear angels, thank you for guiding us, being around us. Dear guardians, thank you for guarding us with all your love. Let's bring back our hands in a namaste position and energize our hands by rubbing them together ever so warmly. Feel the energy flow, feel the love, and let's energize our body parts. Our eyes, the beautiful vision, inner and outer, our heads and our brain for unwiring, rewiring, restructuring, reprogramming, unlearning the required. Our ears, mouth, nose, and eyes, and our skin for the touch and the five senses. Our shoulders, our arms, upper and lower, our hands, fingers, thumb and nails, our neck, our esophagus, our liver, our stomach, our intestines, larger and smaller. And let's go back to our heart. Today, our heart needs more love. Let's touch our heart and feel it beat. Dear heart, you have an inner child, my inner version in you. And I'm sorry for having ignored you. I'm really sorry. I had no clue you lived here. Now I promise to have your back because you and me are one. We are whole and complete. We've let go of whatever untowards happened and let's live this game of life. Dear lungs, thank you. I touch you and I feel you. Thank you for breathing. Dear back, I want to give you love. My upper, my lower, my spinal cord, my hips. Thank you for making me stand tall for me and my life. Now let's come back to our thighs, upper and lower, our knees, our legs front and back, our ankles, our feet, our toe fingers and nails. Let's thank all the trillion cells in our body, our circulatory system, our bones and our muscles with the gift of health. We're truly blessed. Once again, let's touch our palms Let's invite energy, love, happiness, and gratitude, and let's open them as blessings to our friends in the screen. Or we wish everyone's dreams to come true, slowly, steadily, and they live a life of having their dreams come to a fruition. And so it is. So it is. So it is. And now let's open our eyes with the Lord of Love. Thank you, Akshay. Thank you, Shraddha. Thank you, Pramila, Achal, Ashima, Sudha, Alifya, Ritesh sir, Nikita, Kirti, Neha, Payal, Pratima ji, Tilotma, Charandeep, Sapna. Lots of love your way. Let's Ayushi, Dipali, Akshay, and Ankita, Monish, Nisha, Priyal, Sunita, Radhika, Mandi's mom, Sudha Gattu, Rima, Pratima ji, Dr. Kirti, Alifya, Shraddha, Achal, Ashima, Kiran, Chaya, Salishna Aruna, Richa, Richita, Shalu, Mehak, Puneet, Rajni, Geetika, Sushma, Sangeeta, Pooja, Kashni, Kuldeep ji, LPG, Preeti, Anju, Mudita, Archana, Chanda, Shelly, Harpreet and Ravi ji. Any Ayushi, if I've forgotten anyone, I'm so sorry, but the screen moved fast. So thank you to everyone who joined us for the morning meditation and for making our souls grow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if there are any questions, whatever we've had in the last 13 days, anything at all, you're very free to ask. If you want to talk to me, you can just raise your hand by writing what you want to share, and we can unmute you. And 15 minutes, and we'll time ourselves so that we can just talk and have this one to one conversation. Thank you for all your thank yous. Ma'am, you're amazing during meditation. Some tears of joy are always there. Thank you, Neha, for feeling the tears of joy. It's very important for to bear a soul. Prachi, can you please post a link for today's Sunday reflections in the group? Nitya's. Oh, yes. Oh, God. I forgot to invite you. I invite you all to meet the guy who changed my life. He's a very young man. He's an ex monk. He's called Nitya Shanti. That's his name that he's adopted when he was a Buddhist monk. And he's been my mentor, my sakha, my mitra. He is the reason I did not talk about my cancer to anyone, not even my family. And today, if you wish to meet him, he'll meet all of us at 11 o'clock. So, and he is absolutely mesmerizing. Nitya has his retreats also, and they're very, very soulful. And he has his free sessions. He shares some beautiful videos. He's a very educated guy. He's done his masters in America. I forgot he's got a beautiful history. Like the more I talk about him is less. So I'm going to introduce you all to him today at 11 o'clock India Standard Time. So if you're interested, after we hang up, I'll share the post with you on the group. Join us and have a. And I think if you follow Nitya's page, a lot of love will come your way automatically because he's so brilliant. So thank you, Akshay and Ankita, for reminding me. Truly grateful to both of you for this beautiful reminder. Yes, it's a part of my soul. I am who I am because of Nitya. So big thank you to you for reminding me. Okay, Preeti, you cleared your thoughts, caring childhood. Okay, I can't speak when somebody criticizes me. Okay, so now you accept that you couldn't criticize or you couldn't stand up for you, and gradually that'll change. A lot of people had breakthrough changes. I worked with Shweta ma'am today. She couldn't join us, and she's also had a remarkable change in her. She's been able to speak out. She could not speak out. She could not see a little bit, and now she's being able to become a visionary. So lots of love because life is unfolding for each one of us magically. Okay, great. Is it okay if I sleep for half an hour? Yes, it's Sunday. Radhika, go ahead. Sleep tight. Sleep well. It's fine. एक नई शुरुआत करते हैं आज आंखों में नए सपने बुनते हैं आज जो भी हुआ कल सब पीछे छोड़ के एक नया कल जीते हैं आज वाह 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 बहुत जी लिए दिल के तराने मौज मस्ती के अपने फसाने जिंदगी के सपने पूरे करते हैं आज एक नई शुरुआत करते हैं आज एब्सोल्युटली दिल ने देखा जो सपना आज कुछ बेहतरीन सोचते हैं आज सपनों की हकीकत बनाना सीखते हैं आज, एक नई शुरुआत करते हैं. वाह, 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 Dr. Preeti. Thank you for this beautiful poem. And it's lovely. This kavita is so deep and I'm loving it. Today I'm going to meet my grandmother. She is also a poetess. I'll probably take it back for her. Can you share this with me on my window or maybe on the group? Thank you. Ma'am, can I do look Cortino meditation after the session? Absolutely. You can do it after the session. No problem. This poem you've written down. Oh my God, Dr. Preeti, you're one poetress, a poetress and a doctor. Wow, creativity at its best. Dr. Kirti, your artwork with a non-dominant hand was beautiful yesterday. So thank you for sharing. I can see that on your face, Prachi. What can you see, Anchal, on my face? Let me know what you can see on my face. Okay, thank you for one wonderful session. After doing yesterday's mirror work with my childhood pick, I was in art clubs all through my school age and later busy with life. I stopped drawing and yesterday after seeing the exercise to draw with left hand, I felt drawing was what I loved. Yeah, it happened with me, Dr. Kirti. I stopped drawing myself after, my college life. So I graduated and done my master's in graphics and I just forgot about my art. So it came back. So lovely. Thank you for sharing. I spoke to my inner child. She has been ignored and criticized, but I felt that I was not getting an answer. Nanda connected. Shilpa, don't judge yourself. If you didn't get the connection yesterday, today you will. If not today, tomorrow you will. I promise it just happens. There are too many layers of us inside us, and that's unable to generate the kind of love we want. So it'll happen. So don't judge. Okay. When I do mirror work, I can see some different kind of spark. Wow, Nisha, that's great. The happiness and peace while you were talking about your guru of how influenced you are with him. Yeah, Anchal. Nitya is magical. Yeah, I think he's a god sent for me. I'm so looking forward to Sunday's reflections today. Thank you, Anchal, for being there. Great session, Dr. Kirti says. Great reading, Dr. Rajniji. So great. I don't think there are any questions. Shall we log off? Or do we have any questions you wish to ask? My inner childhood connected so happy, happy. Very nice, Sudhaji. And Sudhaji, about your later question, that will also happen. So I'm not writing that question down. I'm not talking about that question, but it'll happen. Don't judge it. It's going to follow very effortlessly. Give yourself time. Today is day 13. We have 1 to 1 days to go. Yeah. The entire journey. So, okay, Dr. Preeti. Yes, ma'am. I was just thinking of transformation going on now and bring this poem in my mind. So happy, ma'am, that you appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for a favorite. Actually, one of my friends inspired me to write. So God bless your friend who inspired you. Keep this sangha around you who motivate you, inspire you. It's very important to have, an atmosphere where we can grow. So warm honey in morning with only honey or with honey and lime. Honey and lime, please. Lime is important, at least 2 limes a day. So whether you're putting in a salad, you're putting in your water, you're putting in your food, your dal, whatever, 2 limes are good for our body because we need that much content in our body. Okay, great. Nikita, where do you stay? It's lovely, looking lovely outside. Is there snow outside? No, where do you stay? It's looking like you're in Europe somewhere. Nikita Bajaj. The window outside is looking like it is got snow outside. So I'm actually craving to go to Europe now. I think enough 10 months too much for me. So people who don't know, I traveled every 2 months, twice or thrice to Europe and to a lot of exotic parts in the world. And I have had an abyss of no holidays. I'm craving for a holiday. This is going to the Himalayas right now to Ananda. But yeah, magic shall unfold. We'll all manifest for good times ahead. So okay, great. Fabulous. See you all at 11 o'clock. Whoever is interested in meeting Nitya and whoever can't make it, I'll anyways be posting the link. But it'll be nice to come because you can ask him questions. He'll be open to questions later. And he is magic. So great. Oh, you're in Delhi. I'm also in Delhi, but it looks like a snowy window outside. So wonderful. Okay, take your leave now. It's Ritesh sir. Thank you so much for being with us on a Sunday morning as well. I'm truly, truly, truly. Let people see you, Ritesh sir. Can you switch on your camera if possible? Let people see who this young Ritesh sir is with us. And let me tell you all, Ritesh sir has also paid for this series. And I was like, sir, you do not have to contribute. And he's like, no, ma'am. So he's a very young teacher, going to get married in May and he's working on himself and working on all of us. And Ritesh sir will not let us see his handsome self. Nonetheless, we'll see him soon, sometime, whenever he's ready. So Ritesh sir, next Sunday you got to make
Thank
us
you so
meet
much,
you.
ma'am.
It's very important for
Tomorrow, definitely, I will come in on video mode, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Ritesh, sir. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning. Okay, everyone, take your leave. Have a happy Sunday, a magical one. Meet the inner child in you. Very, very important for us to meet the little child. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of love.